Enjoy this Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Joyful Finding Show with your host, Melissa Parks.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. How are you all feeling after the full moon and the lunar eclipse happening? All this beautiful energy coming down, shifting us into everything that we really want to have in our lives. I have to tell you that I feel a bit calmer today, even though the energy is really high. Inside, the way I think about things, the way I feel about things is so much calmer. So I hope you guys are feeling that too. All this time is about still releasing what no longer serves you. So if you still have things that are tugging at you or whatever, it's time for you just to let these things go. So feel free. I think that's what this is all about. It's about feeling free. It's like I felt this shift is the best way for me to describe it. And we've all shifted for the better now. All this stuff is coming out for cleansing, even for our personal lives, in every avenue of life on so many different levels. If you guys can imagine the levels, see the levels, feel the levels, whatever it is that works for you, that everything is starting to shift for the better, okay? You might still be going through hard times because you had to shift from who you were into who you are. I feel like yesterday was like this portal of us walking through and leaving our old self behind and really starting a new chapter. I know I've been talking about this a lot. Oh, crap. Sorry. About this shift that's going on, so we're starting to really, this shift, we're starting to shift in such a better way. This is the best way for me to describe it. So as we keep moving forward, just know that you're making better transitions for yourself. You're making better decisions for yourself. You're really opening up these new doors for yourself. There's lots of new opportunities that I feel are coming for everybody right now. So allow yourself to really let go and really stand in the power of who you are today, because we are not who we were last week, a year ago, 10 years ago. I look back at myself and I am definitely not who I was 20 or 30 years ago, or even who I was a year ago. That's how much we just keep shaping and shifting our lives into something better and something that we desire. So are you doing that for yourselves? I surely hope so, because this energy that's coming down is helping us. So I did a little bit of automatic writing about an hour ago. I started taking a little bit of notes. And it's so funny because I had to look up one of the words just to make sure that I was like, what does that really mean? You know what I mean? Because some words have so many definitions and stuff. So the first thing I got while I was writing was, woohoo, the energy has shifted for the greater good of all. And the path of salvation, great. Great job. Much still to do, but all steps have been taken. So I had to look up the word salvation because, I kind of bring it back to my kind of Christian and Catholic background, and it's not the same, but salvation is we're saving this from ruin. So, that is and that's for everybody, not just the whole earth, but that's for everybody. So whatever you had going on, ruining in your life, so to speak, you're shifting all that now for something better for yourself. So all these good changes that are happening are fantastic. I am so delighted about all this energy, and you can feel the energy flowing out of me right now. And it's so wonderful because I'm actually coming to you from my lanai today. So I'm looking out at all this beautiful scenery. The birds have been flying by. So it'll be interesting to see who shows up while I'm actually talking to you guys today. So it'll be a lot of fun. You just never know. So what are you doing with your life now? What are you creating right now? Because we have really turned a page. I feel like we are starting new chapters. This could be a whole new book. This could be a whole new series. This could be whatever it is that you want in your life, okay? So it's like, what do you want in your life? And also I have to mention, if you are on the line listening and you do have a question, don't forget to press 1 so you get put in line. So it's like we're all starting to shift in such better ways. I love this. It makes me feel so good. And I guess that's the word of the day, shift. Which way are you shifting? Because I feel like some people have hit a crossroads, like there's the fork in the road. So are you going to go left? Are you going to go right? And one of the best things is to really tap into your heart center, okay? Because what really feels good to you about that? Because it's like we are entering uncharted territory. And I've been saying this for a while now to my clients, but it's really true. We are really doing that, and we're doing it as a whole. And we're like walking into it blindfolded. We don't know where we're going. We're a little worried about how it's going to turn out. Well, don't. Follow your heart. Your heart knows exactly where to go, and you really need to start trusting that more. So allow yourselves to really tap into that heart center for yourselves, so it helps lead the way. I'm all tongue-tied. They're talking so fast. It's about getting rid of all the confusion that you're still thinking about, and also get rid of don't get lost in the details. You know what I mean? Because we have all expectations as we move forward, and we kind of try to like figure out all those details. And there's a lot of people out there that like to have all these lists, and everything has to be planned out just accordingly so everything falls into place. And you'll notice that those people, it doesn't always happen that way, okay? So the way that you expect things to turn out doesn't always turn out. So you kind of have to go with the flow. It's kind of like surrendering to the universe, surrendering to your higher self. They keep showing me this flow of, it's so cool. I wish you guys could see it. It's like this flow of energy just floating over everyone. And it's kind of like, you know, like if you held a cape up and you kind of floated it over someone's head, the energy's floating over everyone kind of like that. It's like this soft wave, which is really cool. So it's meaning everyone's getting more connected. And the more that I keep watching the internet and the things that flow in front of me, more people are waking up, more people are getting angry, which is good because that's getting you to change. So, you know, anger becomes peace of mind. So whatever you're angry about, it's like, feel that, feel it. What does it come from? What does it stem from? Well, how can you let that go? How can you release it so it's not a part of you anymore, because that part of you doesn't make you happy? So we're almost like dissecting ourselves right now, and this is all on an individual level. You know what I mean? So it's like you're all dissecting yourself one at a time. Why do I feel this emotion? Well, maybe it's attached all the way to, you know, father issues, mother issues from your childhood, or maybe, you know, you just never felt good enough. Whatever it might be, well, we have to kind of look at it so we can release it. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I see how that's affected me, and now I'm not going to be that person anymore. I want to change. So it's fabulous that more people are starting to awaken to this energy and awakening to their truer selves. I see more and more people standing in their truth. I still see a lot of people standing in fear too, but that's good because they have to look at it so they can get past it, whether it's about relationships, about money, about jobs, about careers, whatever it might be, moving to new locations. I feel like a lot of people are getting ready to move around. I feel like there's a lot of jumping going on, which is kind of cool too. So everyone's ready to change up their energy. They don't feel like they belong, or they've learned what they needed where they are, and they're ready to move on. And also, I feel like a lot of people are getting ready to move around jobs. So there's lots of change coming. I feel like there's lots of change through this portal that we just kind of came through, which is way cool. So I just see like good things coming. So just know that even though there's like chaos kind of going on around you, it's not all your chaos. So don't own it as yours. Just stand in your own power and allow that to just kind of float away wherever it needs to go, and only handle what is in your bubble and what you need to take care of. Woo, I tell you what, they are very excited about this energy because I mean, you can feel it if you're listening. Even if you're listening later, the vibration will not change. The energy that they're sending through is just amazing because I'm vibrating. I feel it in every cell of my body, and everything is just like, whew, all right. This feels good. It's like we're freeing ourselves from whatever was holding us back, whatever weights were holding us back. So imagine that in your mind as I'm talking today. Allow just whatever you might be thinking about, allow it to just turn into dust and float away. Whatever you need to do, let's use our imaginations for our good rather than using it for fear-based things, you know? It's like we got to flip that coin to the good side all the time. So it's allow yourself to stand in that and allow yourself to be who you need to be, because I feel like there's still people out there wearing many masks, okay? And I see this a lot of times with my clients because they'll drop their mask in front of me, but then I'll see them in front of somebody else and I'll be like, whoa, who are they now? You know what I mean? But it's all about them uncovering who you really are. And I even see it in my life if I look back, you know, being that shy kid, and then I was like, now I'm not shy, and it's like totally different from who I was and to who I am now. So the shifts and the changes that have taken place through my lifetime have led me to where I am today. And everything that you have been through have led you to where you are today. And what are you going to do about it? You have the choices to make the changes that are going to make you happy. So again, my show is called Joyful Finding. So I'm trying to help all of you find your joy. As I find my joy through the lessons and stuff and the experiences I've gone through, these I get to share with you so that you can also do the same, which is fantastic. And you know what? I never thought I'd want to share my stories and stuff because, you know, some of it's kind of private and all, but it's not so private that no one else has ever been through it. You know what I mean? So we all need to start standing in our truth. And that's what I see a lot of people doing now. You know what I mean? With all these people coming out being charged with abuse and things, all these victims, whether male or female, are starting to find their voice that had been taken away from them. So bravo for them finding their voice. Bravo for the truth coming out. Bravo for everything that's being exposed. So we're exposed to all the truth. You know, I feel like it's pretty amazing that how much truth is actually falling out, you know, but it's awesome. It's awesome. It's all for clearing. It's all for the good. It's all for the greater good. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to maintain what is good for us. So if you're in that rhythm of everything that's good for you, then stay in that rhythm. You know what I mean? And we're creating new patterns. I always talk about patterns too, but we're breaking old patterns and creating new patterns. We're creating good ones. We're creating happy patterns. We're creating much more joy in our lives. And if you're not, then what can you do to change it? Again, I put this back in your lap. What can you do to change this? Because no one can change your mind except for you about what you're doing and how you're handling situations. And another thing is, about how we react to things, how we react to things that are going on in our lives. Are they still bringing up those emotions? Again, they want me to tap into that and be like, what is that? Where does it come from? Where does it originate from in this lifetime or past lifetimes if you have to go there too? You know, it's like sometimes we have to look at our lives as a whole. Sometimes we have to look at many souls' lives and all of that. And it's so, sorry, I'm at home today, so the kids are around too, so I might get a little distracted from time to time. So it's allowing yourselves to really stand in who you really are and who you're truly becoming, because I feel like, you know, as we were born with all this stuff on top of us, all these little veils or whatever you want to call them, and now it's like, how do we break through that? Well, we start recognizing what our truth is, you know, and when do we start recognizing it? When it starts to make sense to us, when we start putting the dots together, when the pieces of our puzzle start to come together and everything starts to make more sense. And I know this is true for a lot of people because I've noticed this, you know, with people even with posting personal posts on Facebook or wherever they might be, they're putting out more positive things, that they're showing a shift in the way that they used to think into how they're thinking now. They're being much more open-minded. So, you know, be open-minded, be open-hearted, be everything open, you know, for the greatest good of all. That's the most important part, the greatest good of all. So with all of that, you know, it's like, what are you trying to create? They keep showing me all these blank canvases. So I'm getting everyone starting with blank canvases. So the new chapter is here for you all. It's so funny because if you guys could see like blank, you know, at least 18 by 18 canvases floating around in the sky, that's what they're showing me right now. So everyone's becoming much lighter. They're ready to start creating something that's totally new for themselves. And this is fantastic because you're getting out of your own ways and allowing yourself to move forward in joy and in love and enlightenment, you know, so keep going. And they want me to bring up this uncharted water again because this is the part that brings most fear to people. You know, if you don't know where you're going, I see this with a lot of my clients. You know, they come in and they go, what am I supposed to do next? Am I supposed to start a new job? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? And I'm like, well, what does it feel like you're supposed to do? Because before I tell anyone what I'm getting, I want them to kind of tap in and eliminate some of the things that they don't want to do, because sometimes we throw things on our plate that we think we should do or think that we are in love with that we're not. So it's like, how does it really feel? I want you to I feel like everyone's going to be doing spring cleaning in their lives. So, you know, and I've been saying this since I started talking to y'all, so I probably sound like a broken record, but I feel like it's important, or they wouldn't keep bringing it up. You know, it's about clearing your space. So get rid of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. It's a time to just let it all go. Just let it go. And sometimes letting it go makes it come back to you, because sometimes we have such a hold on things, and it strangles whatever that possession, person, thing might be. And if we kind of give it some space, let's see how it flows. Let's see how it flows, because when we hold on to things too tightly, we're trying to control. And what happens when we try to control? We kind of lose control, at least in my opinion. This may not happen for everyone, but this is my opinion right now. So it's like, let go and see how things just flow, because new things are just flowing in. I feel like there's this new flow of abundance for everybody. There's this new flow of everything that you desire in your life. Everything you've been asking for is on its way. Sometimes I hear the word soon. I hear this a lot from Spirit and my guides and my angels too. Patience and soon. I still don't know how far away soon is. Soon is not the same definition as my earthly soon is, because soon might be like tomorrow. So it's like patience and being, staying in your space, staying in the moment, staying in your joy, staying in your happiness, finding that space. And sometimes that's hard because of all the circumstances that are going on around you to teach you the lessons, to help you let go of what no longer serves you. So allow yourself just to separate and just kind of be by yourself a little bit and go, oh, does this bring me joy anymore? Think about it for a little while. Maybe get out your pad of paper and see how that feels for you, and the energy that's coming down is all squiggly. I feel like we're all these waves of energy that are flowing into us, helping us make the transitions for better lives for ourselves, helping us stand in that power that we so desire. And it's so funny because they're moving my hands down like waves. So if you guys ever feel like you're inclined to move your hands energetically just because, then just do it. You're just moving the energy around. I feel like it's very soothing. It's very comforting. So just allow yourself to be who you want to be, because I used to fight this part of myself. I used to fight this energetic part of myself, like, no, I'm not going to wave my arms around in that manner or whatever. But now I've realized that's part of who my soul is. It's part of the energy. Even when I was standing up at the message gallery the other day, it's so funny because I just, start wiggling around and moving energy and shifting all kinds of stuff. And I do things on so many different levels that I still don't understand. So I hope you guys can feel that and you guys are a part of that, because all the love that's flowing out of me today is so soothing and so wavy like that. It's not like, waves like you're going to get knocked down at the ocean or whatever, but just like soothing lap waves. They just kind of come in and chill out, so that's kind of how we've kind of made it to this like easy spot, I feel. But you have to feel that in yourself too. So it's the way that we think and the way that we feel. So allow that to happen for yourself. Woo, let me tell you, the energy is kicking, and it's beautiful outside today. And I had a bird just fly by, but it was a shadow, so I didn't get to see what that one was. So that's interesting. That always happens. But I have many lizards around. So my lizards today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baby lizards. Oh, that's all about change. I love that. So I have 5 baby lizards that I'm looking at right now, and they're telling us to dream bigger. Lizards are about dream time, at least in my opinion. So it's about dreaming bigger. They want us to dream bigger, get out of our way. And 5 is about changing that dream. So maybe the dream you've been dreaming has to change a little. Maybe there's something new coming up for you. You know what I mean? So it's so funny. And also the shadow of the bird. So the shadow of the bird tells me that I need to share with you about looking at your shadow side. There might be a dark side of yourself you haven't chose to look at yet. Maybe it's time to just look at it a little bit and go, all right, I acknowledge that, and I let it go. So it's letting everything go. It's letting go of who you thought you were and who you would like to be. I feel like we're all dropping those masks. It's so funny because if you saw like a raccoon wearing 20 masks around his eyes, he keeps taking one off. So it's very cute. And I don't see a raccoon at this time, but they just showed me that in my mind. So animals are very important right now, apparently. So pay attention to what animals are showing up in your life. This is so cool. So definitely show up. See what's showing up in your life. Way cool. And the dreaming bigger part, sometimes we have a dream and the dream changes. Don't be afraid to get stuck in a dream that you've always had, but it's starting to shift a little bit into something else. Change is a constant in our lifetime. So just allow it to shift into what it needs to. Sometimes that's our control. Again, trying to make it go that way. It's like they just showed me a horse. Oh, my God, it is all about animals today. I hope animal people are listening. That's so cool. So they just showed me like a horse. So if you had a horse and all of a sudden it was spooked by something and you're riding that horse, you're not going to be able to control that horse at first. That horse is going to be like, I'm out of here. I'm getting away from whatever just spooked me. And then later you may be able to calm the horse down so that you can get it to stop again. So I feel like we're ready to just take off. And that's about you standing in your power, because horses are about power for me. So it's about you standing in your power and really just going forward. And it doesn't have to be something that spooks you to move forward, but it's something that changed for you to help you move forward in the direction that you really want to go. I see all these lights starting to light up all around me. I feel all this energy flowing out to all of you. It's just amazing. It's coming out of my heart. I feel like I got all these beams shining out of me right now. I feel like I'm this lighthouse sharing all this energy and all this love, because we, each on an individual basis, we are changing the vibration of our earth, okay? We are changing the vibration of our humanity. And all of you that are looking to be happy and more joyful, this is your time to stand in that. This is your time to really make that change. This is really that time for you to stand in your truth. And I feel like a lot of people are actually speaking their truth now, because they just showed me a bunch of blue, and it was kind of like rolling out like a wave out of the throat chakra. So a lot of people are really letting that open up, and they're really starting to speak their truth. I feel like all the earthly beings now are really getting to in an alignment. And this is, oh my God, this throat chakra feels wide open. So for those of that you can feel the energy, feel that. I've never even felt mine this wide open before. So this is amazing energy that's flowing today. I feel like it's a lot of chakra clearing going on. I feel like there's a lot of healing going on. I'm getting that you guys are starting to realize that you can really heal yourselves if you want to. I feel like you guys are changing so quickly right now that you're not even sure what's happening. And you're losing track of time. It's so funny. My voice is actually starting to change. Do you guys hear that? It felt like I was getting a little froggy there for a minute. So I don't know where that came from. I guess it's clearing that throat chakra, people, clearing that throat chakra. I feel like that's important, you know what I mean? So, and I felt like that's been important for a while, because I've always been a speaker of truth. I never really knew what that was or what I was until a couple of years ago, until someone said that to me. They're like, you're a speaker of truth. And I'm like, oh, that totally resonates with me. I was like, yes, I am. And I'm always seeking after what my truth is. I don't always believe what everyone else's truth is, because it's for me to determine how I resonate with the information that's flowing through. So even if you start speaking your truth to other people, they may not want to hear it at first, but it's about you standing in your truth no matter how people react around you. That's their issue. So allow that to happen. So there's a lot of throat chakra clearing going on today. Woo! It must be this beautiful blue sky I'm looking at today, because I don't see many clouds at all today. So are we having fun yet through this energetic shift, this energetic change that we're going through? Because I'm excited for it. As we keep moving forward, everything's going to be changing quite rapidly, and also losing track of time. I've had the hardest time this week remembering what day it is. Like, I had to keep looking at my watch. I don't wear a watch, but I had to keep looking at the clock today to make sure that I would show up for my show on time, so that I would be here for you guys, because I was not in my normal routine, you know. And when I'm not in my normal routine, I kind of lose track of time. Like yesterday, I thought it was Wednesday already, and it wasn't. It was only Tuesday. And then my mother-in-law came over, and she thought it was Monday, so she lost a day somewhere, you know. And so with me having to keep track all day because I wasn't in that routine, you know, it was like I had to keep checking, because time just eludes me, you know. And even I have to go, what's today's date? I have to look at the calendar so that I know for sure, you know, because we're in I feel like we're shifting through so many different timelines. So you guys might feel like you're going through a lot of stuff, so that we could truly end up on maybe just one of these timelines. I don't know. It's still uncharted waters, right? But that could be something that we have to look forward to. But it's all about how you feel, what you know, how you want to start doing things, getting out of the fear, standing in your power, standing in your voice, you know. And it's so funny that they're still making my voice a little froggy. So I guess today is about our throat chakra. So if you have blue, wear it. And envision blue, see it, envision it. Boy, they're really messing with my language today. I guess I should give up more control and let them have more control. So I should also let you guys know how you guys can get in touch with me. You guys can find me on my website at IamMelissaParks.com. Lots of cool information there, and sometimes I remember to update events that are coming up if you're local. And you can also reach me by phone at 941-266-9250. You can also follow me on Facebook at Melissa Parks Psychic. You can find my business page there. I post a lot of stuff there. And you guys can just reach out whenever you feel it's necessary. And that's how I work. You know what I mean? I know that the people that need me are going to reach out to me or hear what I need to say exactly when I need to do it, because it even happens for me, okay? So I had this conversation with one of my friends last week. And then as soon as our conversation ended, I went in and I went on the internet. And then all of a sudden, someone we were talking about flashed in front of me twice. And I haven't seen this person on the internet in like years, okay? I haven't seen anything, or at least months or whatever. And then all of a sudden they're there. And then they keep popping up in my life every day. I'm like, all right, so energetically, we made a connection just by talking about this person. And they showed myself to me, and they showed myself to her later that day in a different way. I think she saw the name on a license plate. I saw him on the internet. So it's like the connection is being made energetically. So whatever we're doing, people, we're doing on so many different levels. So it's be mindful of your thoughts, who you're thinking about, what you'd like to happen, what you'd like to transpire. It's like, see the good. I really want everyone to focus on like all this good stuff that's taking place, because it truly is. I really feel like we've made it to the top of that mountain, and now we're on our bicycles and we're just cruising down to the bottom to see what's going to happen. We've done all the hard work. Everything's going to be easy. Everything's going to be quick. Allow yourself to really be in that, and allow yourself to own who you are, okay? Because I know this is hard for people. I've had to go. I've been doing a lot of life review for myself too, going back in my life and looking at some of the things that I've done or things that I've said or the ways that I've treated people. And trust me, I wasn't always the nicest person, okay? So I've had to look at myself and go, all right, so I made a bad decision. I don't have to hold that against myself now, because I would not do that in the person that I am now. So I really feel like we're getting rid of all these pieces of clothing, all these masks, all these things that we hide behind, and all those fears that we also stood behind. I feel like we're really getting rid of all of that. So it just makes me feel fantastic that I can help share this information with all of you and allow this energy to vibrate through you. Apparently a lot of healing needs to go out, because now they're vibrating my hands. So the energy is vibrating through me. Everything is just flowing. So get in the flow, people. Where's your flow? It may not be my flow, but it might be your flow. It's time for you to get in it and surrender to what your flow is, because your higher self knows what's for the highest and best for yourself. Absolutely knows what it is. So allow yourself to start doing that. And I say the word allow because we don't allow ourselves to do a lot of stuff. We hold ourselves back from allowing ourselves to do what we think is right sometimes, because we have some other thoughts or we have some other influence telling us something different, and it's really time for us to get out of that. So, and it's funny because they're bringing me to a conversation that I had last week. So at Wild Ginger now on Fridays, we're having metaphysical meetup. So everyone gets, someone metaphysical gets to stand up in front of the group and talk about whatever it is they would like to share. So I talked last week and I talked about spiritual empowerment. And I feel like that's important because that helps shed a lot of the masks and things that we wear. You know what I mean? It's about getting, going through whatever forgiveness things that you have to forgive in your lifetime, whether it's you or the other person, because y'all chose to come down here and be a part of this scenario. Like I like to call this is college down here, and this is like the master play that's going on, and we all chose these parts to learn from. And I look back in my life at the abuse that took place, whether it was myself or on somebody else or whatever it was, something that I wasn't, I don't feel good about now. But I had to go back and look at those things, and I had to forgive myself for being a jerk, and I had to forgive them for being a jerk, because sometimes two jerks make two bigger jerks, So it's like, what do we learn out of that? So look at these scenarios that pop up, because I feel like a lot of them are popping up. And it's funny because I wish I could reach out to some of these people, but some of them are already passed away. So you can do that energetically. So you just have to do everything from inside your head. We don't physically have to go meet anybody. This is something that you're doing inside. This is part of that high dive that I see everyone doing, going on the inside, so you can really find out how deep you are and how personal you really get with yourself. And it's about cleaning out your own personal closet, you know what I mean? And it's going, oh, yeah, and that's letting us become lighter and lighter and lighter, and letting our heart be open more and more and more and lighter, and allowing things to really take place for us. So it's just fantastic. I just love this stuff. So I hope everyone's also enjoying their summertime, because, we're halfway through the year. It's definitely full-on summertime, no matter where you are here, at least in our part of the world. So how is summer treating you? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you taking time off to be with your friends and your family? Are you taking time just to be with you? Are you taking self-care? Because one of the first things we have to do is love ourselves. So if you still look in the mirror and you don't like who you see there, how do you change that? Well, you have to look at yourself and forgive those parts of yourself that you don't like. And some of those parts that we don't like, we see in ourselves. People have those. They mirror those in us sometimes, and we're like, oh, God, that irritates me. Well, how do you change that? You have to change that in yourself first. So just know there's a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love going on, and allow yourself to really love yourself. And that was really hard for me, okay, people? Because I've always been big. I've always been heavy. I've always been overweight. I've always been bullied for it. Not now, but, in high school, I remember being bullied about it a lot. So I was always self-conscious. And I would always wear, like, big clothes so you couldn't see my body. And, at one point I was really, really big. I think when I graduated high school, I was at my truly heaviest, except for maybe when I was pregnant. Right now I'm at my lowest before even that. So I'm thankful for that. But our bodies start to shift as we start to change our outlook on life, right? And I even wear clothes that are still big for me, people. So there's still something going on that I'm still trying to clear. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't want to show my figure. I don't know. I haven't figured it quite out yet, but I'm still learning through this. So I feel like me sharing my personal experiences with you, it will be very helpful. So I still wear some things that are yet too big. Maybe it's because I don't like to go shopping and buy new clothes, or maybe I don't feel it's important for me to spend the money on new clothes, or I really, personally, all the time, really don't care what my clothes look like, because I don't feel like I am my clothes. I feel like I am the soul that you see. But, of course, I cover my body so we're not all walking around naked. But it's like, what makes you feel comfortable? That's how I start to dress. And I've noticed I've started to change a little bit in that too. You know what I mean? So I've started to buy things that are a little bit, more fitting. They're not as big as I thought I once was, because I still think I'm like that big. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm still like this big, big woman, and I've dropped like 4, sizes at least. Yes. At least 4 sizes from what I used to be, but I still buy shirts that are that big. Now, why do I do that? I don't know, because somehow in my brain, I still picture this. So I'm working on my self-image about how I look at myself. So I hope that was helpful for all of you. It's nothing like bearing your truth to the public and to everybody, just so everyone can come together. But I feel like this is really helpful about us all telling our stories, however they are played out, and how you see them. And if you don't recall something, please don't try to recall it up in a different manner. Wait till it actually comes up the way that you remember it. Because I noticed this a little bit in the last couple weeks too, people recalling a story, and they're telling a story and I was there and I'm like, I don't remember it like that at all. So, it's like, just play it out however it needs to play out for you, which is great joy. So I guess we're still working on that throat chakra. They're making me clear it for us all now. So this is helping me stand in my truth, talking to all of you today. So I totally appreciate you guys all listening to me, and I appreciate you guys not judging me. This is awesome, too. I love that. Because, when we stand in a place of judgment, we have no right to do that. We have no right to do that because none of us are perfect in this world. So we have no right to judge another. We are not standing in their shoes. We have no idea exactly what they're going through because people don't talk their truth. That's why we don't know. So maybe that's why it's important we start talking our truth so that everybody knows what everyone's going through, or at least trying to be helpful in that sense. You know, and I feel like a lot of people, they want me to bring this up too. I feel like a lot of people are breaking out of what ego and greed they did have within themselves and are starting to see more light and seeing it through eyes of abundance rather than a place of possession, if that makes sense. Sometimes I think they talk in riddles. But I'm having great fun with all of you today. It's kind of funny. You guys like to hear me talk lately, which I don't mind at all. Because they have things that they'll keep talking about. I mean, you notice I may take a minute to take a sip and not even a whole minute. But it's like they want this energy to keep going, and they make me talk for the whole hour. And that's how my readings go, too. I'm just like, I can talk the whole time, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're just like so happy that everyone is listening and all the vibrations that are coming through me and all the energy. It's just so much love. There's so much love and joy that I have coming out of myself and flowing out to all of you to make the great changes that are flowing out to you right now. Woo! I love that. So keep flowing with that. You know, and it's funny because they have been having me, the energy might be feeling a bit scrambled for people today because they're having me draw lots of energy. It's coming down, it's going sideways, it's going up. So energy is coming at you at every which direction today. So just allow yourself to feel it. Allow it to flow through you, no matter which way it may be flowing. Just know it's for your highest and best because I feel like you have a lot of people, and there's a lot of people out there getting signs and symbols today, just kind of like my story earlier when we had that conversation about that man, and then I'm seeing pictures of him popping up. You know, it's like when I pulled out of a parking lot yesterday, it was funny because license plates numbers talk to me a lot, okay? So yesterday I picked up the boyfriend from work, and we were driving home, and I saw this car, and then all of a sudden I saw this license plate, and it had 8 8s on it. I'm like, whoa, that was pretty powerful. You know what I mean? So for me, that was an infinity times 8, which, you know, that just keeps going and going and going, which only showed me that things are just going to speed up. Okay, so pay attention to everything that's going on in your life because these are messages about everything that's taking place in your life right now. And if you don't know what the numbers mean, look them up. Spiritual meaning, metaphysical meaning, whatever meaning you want to look up. What resonates with you because there's definitely many meanings out there, and it's just what resonates with you so that you can stand in your truth and allow that to take place for yourself. You know, so they just had me draw the 8 infinities that I just saw. So it's like, you know, and I see the 8s as an infinity even though they're not on their side. Just like I see 0 as God, you know what I mean? So I love when that shows up on plates too. I'm like, thanks, God, you know, because sometimes it'll show up as triple. Sometimes it'll show up as double. So they want you to pay attention to what's showing up in your life, okay? So this is also important, so helping you move forward and start understanding to put the pieces together. You know what I mean? So it might be a word that someone else says. It might be a vibration that you get from another. It might be a piece of artwork that you see. Oh, they want me to mention artwork too. They want me to share this. This just came to me right now. So soon in the near future, I will have links on my website that will link you to people that I feel are important. Like I have this one friend that I need to bring up. Her name is Lanka, and she is totally into art, and she does this beautiful painting. She does, I can't even begin to describe some of the artwork she does, but it's all inspiring, okay? Some of the stuff she shows me and my mouth drops and I'm just like, I'm feeling the energy from it and it's just mind blowing. Okay. So I'm going to have links there. I just need to share that. They just came to me. So I had to make myself a note. See, sometimes when we start talking, things just come to us. And sometimes you just have to write these things down so that you know, and it's very empowering. So pay attention. Sometimes people's artwork is there to lighten you up too, because I feel like art is going to be very important to us right now. So if you have that creative nature, if you are the crafty kind, start doing more of what your crafty is, whether it's painting, writing, singing, crafting. I see all kinds of people refreshing things and making things anew. Whatever it is for you. Oh my God, my hands are becoming numb. There's so much energy going through them. I'm holding them up for you guys. So it's allow yourself to really stand in your creative side. Allow yourself that new creative niche. If it's a new, if you want to create that new job, I feel like that's awesome too. Take parts of everything that you know and throw it together. Because I even feel like I'm going to be starting something new, but I don't know what that is yet. Even though I have a lot of new things in the work, I feel like there's still something new on that horizon. So feel into that. And I feel like that's part my uncharted water too, or uncharted, that's funny, they said water, uncharted territory. I feel like we have territory and water. So we have a lot of things uncharted. So it's allowing us to just believe in ourselves and follow our guide's heart, following that heart center, following our soul self, allowing ourselves to truly stand in that. Amazing things are going to come about. And we are really on this new beginning. This is the best way I can describe it. They just show me like these two double doors being slung wide open and it just being so light and bright on the other side. It's sunny, and it's whatever you create it to be. So get your little magic hats out there. Start creating whatever it is. When I see people that are making more YouTube channels and getting their voice out there, I find this absolutely fantastic. Share your love, share your passion, share your joy. This makes me happy. This makes the guides happy. This makes God happy. We are on the right path, people. It may not feel it at the moment, but trust me, we are. I would not say that if I didn't truly believe that. So it's really about standing in your truth, people, too. So, just like for me to say that, with the energy and the vibration that's coming through me today, is so different than anything I've ever felt before. So it's allowing myself to surrender to the highest and best good of all, standing here for you, sitting here for you, whatever I'm doing here for you. All this vibration, all this energy, all this love, all this magic that you guys are starting to create, because you guys are all magical beings. You're starting to realize what your abilities might be, because trust me, people, we were all born with it. You guys might think I don't have it. Only of those psychics and those mediums, intuitives, they have it. No, people, we were all born with this. You just have to tap into it and start believing it. It's kind of like having two voices in your head. This is how it started for me in the beginning. Now they all sound like one because I've connected with my higher self. But it's like listening to the two different voices in your head. You know what you sound like all the time, and then you know what your higher voice sounds like. That voice of wisdom, the good things that we don't always listen to. Start listening to that a little bit more and really ask yourself, is this for my highest and best when you're making decisions? Your body will feel it. Start trusting your body. Start trusting your soul. Start trusting yourself. See, trust is coming in again, too. So I feel like trust is one of the words of the day. Your throat chakra is the word of the day. Trust, truth is word of the day. So we got 3 T's so far. So it's about standing in that and allowing yourself to be who you need to be. I love this stuff. I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, or at least that's how Melissa feels right now, but I probably am not. So it's allow yourself just to be who you need to be, and everything's falling into place, because I feel like all these little stepping stones are walking up in front of us. As soon as we let go of whatever fear was holding us in place, it's like this stepping stone steps up. And it's not a small one. It's like a whole, picture a coffee table size, stepping stone stepping up in front of you, a whole deck, a whole dock if you want to. I don't care. Whatever it is, it's stepping up to support you in the decisions that you're making, and you're getting those nudges to move forward without fear. And I have to tell you, once I finally let go of all my fear, and I feel like I've truly done that, people, I see that I'm manifesting more and I'm manifesting faster. So if you don't know what manifesting means, look it up, Google it, whatever you need to do, wherever you need to look it up. But manifesting faster. So just know that once we get out of our own way, things start to happen for us. They start to happen faster. They start to flow better for us. With the obstacles that we used to have get out of our way, or we look at them differently, because every fear that we have always tries to come back in a different manner and kind of sneak around the corner at you and go, hey, do you remember me? And then we're like, oh yeah, for a minute. And then we go, no, we don't own you anymore. You're going over there. We're putting you in the recycle bin, and we're letting go of that. So know that you're making all the changes in your life for the better, for yourself, for humanity, and your guides, your angels, your loved ones. Everyone thanks you from the other side. We are being watched by so many as we make all these transitions and changes here on Earth, that we are being applauded on so many different levels, and people are waking up to this, and you're starting to hear it from your own guides. They're like, yes, go forward with this. Yes, get rid of that and do this. We're honoring who we truly are as our higher selves, because that's who we're starting to incorporate in this human vessel down here. You know, and I call it that because this is just a suit that we wear over our energetic selves. You know, and you can picture yourself all in energetic. You can picture yourself any way you want to. I like to picture it from the heart center out, and we radiate out like the sun, kind of, you know what I mean, through this body. It's a beautiful sight. So however you see it in your lifetime is absolutely amazing. So just be who you need to be. Stop letting others influence you in ways that don't feel good to you or have control over you. It's funny because at my talk last week, and I've been saying this a little bit, don't be the little marionette. Whoever has your strings above this little show that's going on, you can cut your strings at any time, and it's time for you to cut them now if you so desire, because they show me a lot of people cutting whatever ties, whatever cords they have to others. They're taking all their power back. So I see it as all these like spaghetti strings coming back to the person, making the person whole again. So whatever energy was leaking out of you is now coming back to you because you're asking for it to. You don't want to give up that power anymore. And you guys forget you're always in control. You're always in control. And if you give up that control, then you're giving it to somebody else. So again, I put it back in your court. What decisions can you make for yourself to make yourself a better person, to be a better whatever it is, better soul, better human, whatever it is you are. You know, sometimes we're a little bit of everything on this earth. Sometimes we got fairy energy, we got alien energy, we got angel energy. We're a mixture of everything. So be who you need to be. Stand in that energy. I feel like a lot of people are starting to really stand in that. And as we start to really, and I feel like the rest of this year is a very eye-opening. I feel like this is very eye-opening as we move forward. The dragonfly said so as it just flew by. It's very eye-opening. So dragonflies for me are about illumination. So everything's going to be becoming lighter. We're going to recognize more of the truth. You know what I mean? So just know that everything that you're thinking about at that time, nothing is random, okay? It's just like that dragonfly going by, as I just talked about that. It is not random. You know what I mean? So nothing is random. Everything happens for a reason. We just have to pay attention to everything that's going on. It's not everything that just shows up that the news is telling us. It's everything that's going on in our immediate environment, the people that we talk to. Everything is just mind-blowing for me. This is just so amazing, okay? So it's about standing in our amazing self. Woohoo! How fun is that? I have so much joy talking to you guys all. I see they can't even talk right sometimes. Melissa needs to take control again. No, they have control. They want you guys to have some fun. Okay? Have fun with this new energy. Laugh more. Do things that bring joy. They want you to enjoy yourself more. They keep showing me because this snowball affects into more joy and more joy and more joy. And then you have this big snowball of joy that you almost don't know what to do with. So you're the master creator of your life right now. They want you to sit there with your blank canvas. You can paint it, you can draw it, you can write about it, but they want you to definitely dream about it, okay? So what do you want to dream about? What do you want to pull into your life? What do you want to create? They really want you to focus on some of these things right now. Don't focus so much on the past. Look past whatever fear you have and see beyond it. You know, if you could just like erase the fear with an eraser and you go and you're starting all fresh, what does that look like for you? How do you stand in that? How do you own that? They just show me many powerful beings coming on light. You know, they show me all these light switches being turned on, which is absolutely fantastic. You know, so allow your light to shine. Allow yourself to be who you need to be. And share the love. Share the love for everybody. Even the people that you get mad at, just send love. You can block them, but send love. Send love out to everybody. It's just like I feel like all these little hearts are popping up everywhere because everyone's starting to do that more. They're starting to see everybody through more of those, you know, rose-colored glasses. So everybody has a rosy color. We all look the same, right? So it's like, look at everybody. We all have that beautiful hue. We all have the beautiful color. Start to notice who they are from the inside. And don't always listen to the words that people say. They want me to tell you to look at the actions that they're also following by, because not everyone actually says what they do they're going to. Not actually everyone does what they say they're going to do. So pay attention to everything that's happening in your life so you can start being the master of your life again. Because we are all masters. Doesn't that feel awesome when I say that? We are all master creators of our life. So whether you are the goddess or you are the god of your life, whatever that might be, you know, what are you creating? Are you creating good or are you creating bad? Are you creating for humanity or are you creating for self? Are you creating for all? What are you creating? They keep showing me all these little pyramids now. It's weird because all the energy is going out like a pyramid now. So it's coming out very small from the top, but it's radiating out. So allow yourself to really start to radiate out, which also shows me a lighthouse. You know what I mean? So be the light that you need to be to attract the people that you need in your life to have these things fall together. Because the people that you call into your life for the next step will fall into your life. All the steps that you're going to be taking about moving forward are going to be easier. Is just going to be amazing. Amazing. So just allow yourself to be your amazing self. Okay, so an animal just fell out of the sky over there. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to get up and look, but it's over there in my yard. And by fell out, I mean landed. So it's very interesting. So just, it's kind of like we're doing that with our own lives. It's like we're plotting into it. We're just popping into it, and we're allowing our flow to go with that. So allow that to really happen for yourself. Allow is the other word they want to use again. So allow yourself to tap into your highest self. Find meditations that will help you do that. Spend a little time in nature. Touch the grass barefooted. Hug a tree. Talk to the birds. Talk to the lambs. Talk to the lizards, the snakes. I feel like they're all making themselves known too. I feel like a lot of animals are coming out of hiding and they're showing themselves to us more. So allow yourself to really own that and find out what those things mean to you. This is all part of the puzzle that I keep talking about, the puzzle and connecting the dots. It's all starting to come together for you. So allow. They want me to say that too. So, you know, as I get ready to wrap up my hour, I'm going to tell you a couple more ways to get a hold of me again. So you guys can reach me on my website at IamMelissaParks.com, and you can also reach me by phone at 941-266-9250. And if you're in Sarasota, Florida, you can find me at Wild Ginger Apothecary. The next 2 weeks, you can only find me there on Saturdays from 12 to 4. So if you're listening and you're one of my clients, only 12 to 4. I have Wednesday and Friday off this week and Wednesday and Friday off next week. So I'll be back to my regular schedule in August until that changes when the kids go back to school. Because I feel like everyone's schedule is going to be changing once school gets back in too, which will be kind of fun too. So enjoy the rest of your summer. Enjoy everything that you have going on with your day. What are you creating? Are you spending that time with people you love? You know? And let's see, what else do I have going on? We have another message gallery that will be coming up in August. I believe it's 24th, which is morning message gallery, which is way fun. 3 amazing psychics get together. I don't think I have anything else planned between now and then, but I'll keep you much informed if anything is coming up. But with all of that, I just want to send out so much love, so much peace, so much gratitude, so much love and energy out to all of you for taking the time to join me today or joining me later, because I am doing what I am being called to do. So I thank each and every one of you for tapping into that energy and sharing that with me, whether it's by phone, it's by just being here, just being your energetic self, because I feel like everywhere I connect in, we create this new energy spot. It's almost like I don't have to travel to connect these things. So it's like those people that usually call me from like California or even Connecticut or New York or wherever, Pennsylvania, and, you know, even Florida, different parts of Florida. all these energy connections that we're making are helping repair this grid that we have going on. So I thank you. Everyone thanks you. And just know that you're working on so many different levels. And the more that you get to understand yourself, the more levels you start to understand. Because I get to understand more of my levels. It just blows my mind. It blows my human mind right out of the water, people. So be open-minded, because there's things that I believe in now that I didn't believe in before as I start to resonate with my truth. And that's important for you guys to really start to resonate with your truth, and it brings me joy to be able to bring this information to you as I have learned it, because everyone's at some different point in their journey trying to learn something. So I know this will flow in front of the people that it needs. And I thank you. I thank everybody. And I want you all to have a fantastic week. I want you to spread your joy around. I want you to have fun creating these new arts of whatever art you are into, whatever it is that you're creating. I want you to have the most marvelous fun as you create, as the future unfolds in front of you, because it is what you create now, people. So believe in yourself, believe in the good in yourself, and believe all the abundance that's going to flow to you starting today and every day from today, even more and more as you start to speed up through this beautiful life that we call life, this journey we call life, this journey of whatever it is that you're learning to transpire to be your highest self on this planet, and to understand more of who you really are. Because again, I'm going to reiterate, the masks that are coming off you is absolutely fabulous. And the more that you guys know who you really are, the more that you change this world. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tapping in today. I want to thank Tiffany, my producer, for dealing with my energy and producing my fabulous show for me, and the many people that she does that for. I want to be grateful for everybody that's in my life, including everyone that's coming into my life. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys have a marvelous week, and I will see you next week on Wednesday at noon. See you then, and have a blessed week. God bless. See you, people. Love you.